model Linda Lusardi, who has praised the NHS for saving her life after she was hospitalised with coronavirus alongside her husband, Sam.
Well, thankfully, Linda's now recovering at home. They both are, and they join us now. Linda, I was reading about what was going on with you. Your husband was sort of letting a few bits of information come out, and it sounded absolutely horrific, and that you were pretty much at death's door. What's it been like for you?
Well, Sam contracted it first and he was very, very ill, and I was sort of nursing him and looking after him. And I was sleeping in a bed with him because we didn't realise what he'd actually got. And then I contracted it. He got slightly better, probably like Boris. He felt like he was getting better. So he started to look after me. And then he took a bad turn downhill, and so did I. We were in separate rooms, we were vomiting, we had diarrhoea, and when we phoned 111, they sort of said they're not symptoms of corona, which they weren't at the time. So we just carried on battling through. They said take paracetamol, drink plenty of water. Every time we drank water, we were vomiting it up until I was getting so breathless and getting quite severe chest pains. My son said, look, Mum, they're saying if you can't breathe and you've got chest pains, you should call 999, you know, because we kept ringing 111 back, and you hang on for an hour and then they sort of told you the same thing, just, you know, isolate, drink water and take paracetamol. So two lovely lady ambulance drivers came, did some tests on me, first of all, and I'd got practically zero oxygen in my blood. They said, you've got to come in. And then they tested Sam and said his was really bad as well. So my poor 20-year-old son watched us both be sort of marched out the front door with two paramedics with the full gear, the white all-in-ones and masks and everything, into the ambulance.
Terrifying, terrifying. You spent 10 days in hospital. You had a fever, chest pains. You continued to experience the vomiting. There was a point, wasn't there, Linda, where you prayed you wouldn't wake up. It was so bad.
It was absolutely horrendous. And, you know, I thank God that I'm one of the lucky ones that came through it. We, Sam and I were both in A&E at the beginning, and we're just looking at each other thinking, what, you know, are we going to make it through this, you know? And then I think the second night I was there, Sam was taken downstairs because he'd tested positive. I tested negative, first of all, and the doctor came in and he was washing his hands, and I just said, am I going to get through this? And he said, well, I'll be honest with you, I can't promise you anything. You're 61 and, you know, we just don't know what we're dealing with. And at that point, I thought, I've had it. And I just thought, and I rang Sam or texted him downstairs. I said, you better come up because I don't know if I'm going to make it. And, oh, sorry.
Was he able to come up and be with you? Because one of the difficulties about this, of course, is that once family members are admitted, quite often that means that you're cut off, apart from the phone, you're cut off from seeing those people who you would normally want to come in and support you. Because
he had tested positive, and I think I tested positive by then. One of the workers downstairs, a very kind doctor, wheeled him up, and he held my hand and he was saying to me, like, you can't give up. You've got to think about the children. They can't lose their mum. And it did, it helped. Yeah. It helped me stay a bit stronger. And I was on, like, I think 30% oxygen then. And each day they said, it got to about the third, fourth day, and she said, I think you're going to have to go into intensive care. We'll see. I said, oh, please, I don't want to go on a ventilator. And she said, we'll see how you are in the morning. And my oxygen levels were coming up in my blood a bit. So she said, I think we'll keep you here. So I was on about 30% and intravenous antibiotics and a drip and everything.
Well, Linda, look, it's obviously such an emotional experience for you. You know, you had a brush with your worst fears, and it was down, I mean, I'm sure you would say, to the extraordinary abilities, care and skill of our NHS staff, our health workers, that didn't happen. You are here. You're back with us.
And I can't and Eric and people that held my hand and told me that, you know, the Lord would get me through this. And they were just unbelievable in there. I mean, they were very scared at the beginning because this was a while back. So they've sort of got more PPE now, and they've got more stuff. At the beginning, they were coming in just, with plastic on and little things around their faces and running in, doing stuff and running out of my room because they weren't prepared, They hadn't got the gear they needed.
We've been playing catch up with the gear, and it's one of the
Linda,
things
let me ask you,
that is unforgivable.
The moment you got home, your kids, Jack and Lucy, they were the ones who'd called 999 originally to get you to hospital. That must have been quite a reunion when you could see your kids again, the ones who had helped get you through it without even being there.
Well, Jack had a mild effect of it. He had it as well. So he and Sam drove to the hospital, and Jack came in with masked up and everything. And when I was being in the wheelchair, being wheeled towards him, I just broke down. It was just unreal. And coming into my house and like Hilton said earlier, I sat in the garden with the sun on my face yesterday, listening to the birds, and I just held Jack's hand and I just said, I'm so glad I'm still here. My daughter's at her boyfriend, so I haven't seen her since I've been back. But, we've been in constant FaceTime, and Jack sang some songs and sent them to me in hospital. And, although they made me cry, I just thought I have to get better.
Linda, there are still some people who don't seem to take this serious enough, who want to flout the rules, who want to go out. It's bank holiday weekend coming up. We know there will be pictures of people and videos of people ignoring the rules and wanting to carry on as if life is normal. What is your message to them?
Well, my message to them is if you're out and you're socialising with people, you might get the germs mildly yourself, but you're going to give it to your mother, your sister, your grandmother. Do you really want them to have to go through that? Self-isolate, protect the country, and this will all be over a lot quicker if we all just follow the rules.
And finally, Linda, like so many that are coming through this, you obviously owe an enormous debt of gratitude to the NHS. You've said that. There might be some of the people that helped save you watching this right now. What would your message to them be?
I can't thank you enough for your care and your attention. I know how scared you all are, but without you, you are the front line, and without you, more people would be dying. And I just thank you for giving me my life back. I really do. And as I say, Eric and Sue at North Middlesex Hospital in the T6 ward, they were constantly supporting me. And I wasn't getting preferential treatment because when I came in with the mask on and no makeup and my hair filthy for not having washed it for 2 weeks at home, and they had no idea who I was. So the care that they gave me was the care that they would have given any 61-year-old mother coming in.